US donations. Trump lists fraudulent countries in Africa, Asia, Europe, and now to the news info. The United States President Donald Trump on Tuesday said large-scale fraud was perpetrated in multiple donations made by the previous US government to countries worldwide. President Trump made this remark during a news conference at Mar-a-Lago after signing 3 presidential memoranda in addition to dozens of executive orders already in effect. Trump expressed vexations about how hundreds of billions of dollars in taxpayers' money were spent on questionable programs and contracts across Africa, Asia, and Europe. The beneficiary nations identified include Cambodia, Czechia, India, Kosovo, Liberia, Mali, Moldova, Mozambique, Nepal, Serbia, South Africa, and Uganda, among others. Nigeria is not here. Nigeria is not here. The new orders relate to radical transparency about wasteful spending, ensuring accountability for all agencies, and expanding access to in vitro fertilization (IVF) to improve the availability and affordability of treatment. Wow. Trump decried the waste uncovered by the Department of Government Efficiency's DOGE, led by Elon Musk, saying, "They are finding levels of fraud and waste and abuse I think nobody ever thought possible." Incredible things are happening in our country, the president stressed. We've made more progress in 3 weeks than they made in 4 years. Okay, bragging things. Especially with respect to the reputation of our country, people are respecting us again. Okay. Asked to clarify Moscow in his administration after the White House, in a court filing, stated that the senior advisor has no authority to make decisions. Trump called the Tesla CEO a patriot for his efforts. The president, while reading from a paper, said the information DOGE submitted to him revealed that millions of people between the ages of 100 and 249, even some as old as 360, were receiving social security payments. 100 years old care. 360 years old care. Where? That's serious stealing now. Providing specific figures on expenditures outside America, Trump said $520 million for a consultant on the environment. It is called environmental, social, and governance investment in Africa. Somebody got $520 million for environmental studies. Wow. $25 million to promote biodiversity, conservation, and illicit livelihood by developing socially responsible behavior in Colombia. Wow, that's nice. $25 million for something that nobody ever heard of. Now, wow. $40 million to improve the social and economic inclusion of sedentary migrants. $42 million for Johns Hopkins to research and drive social and behavioral change in Uganda. What about us? Exactly. What about your country? Why going to drive behavioral change in Uganda? That's how they do in Nigeria. You just be hearing so many names, and they want to use so amount for this one. They want to use so amount for this one. All those things you never hear them before. It is well. $70 million for a center at Purdue to research university-sourced evidence-based solutions to develop mental challenges. These are massive numbers for things that nobody ever heard about. $10 million for voluntary medical male circumcision in Mozambique. Can you imagine? $10 million for circumcision in another country. $9.7 million for UC Berkeley to develop a cohort of Cambodian youths with enterprise driven skill or they really stolen money in America. But America has even corrupt persons. $2.3 million for strengthening independent voices in Cambodia. $32 million to the Prague Civil Society Center. Wonder how much of that money came back to the people who approved it. $14 million for public procurement in Serbia. $486 million to the Consortium for Elections and Political Process Strengthening, including $22 million for an inclusive and participatory political process in Moldova, $21 million for voter turnout in India, and $20 million for fiscal federalism in Nepal. Listen to these numbers. This is all fraud. Yes, so fraud. $90 million for biodiversity conservation in Nepal. $1.5 million for voter confidence in Liberia. Now, can you imagine? What is voter confidence? $14 million for social cohesion in Mali. $2.5 million for inclusive democracy in South Africa. $47 million for improving learning outcomes in Asia. Among Americans said they do something. $2 million to develop sustainable recycling models to increase socio-economic cohesion among marginalized communities in Kosovo, Ashkali, and Egypt. We are talking about hundreds of billions of dollars. I could read this all day long. We have a very corrupt country, Omo. America said that they do something, and it's sad thing to say, but we are figuring it out, said Trump. You really need to figure it out, Omo. Those ones said they steal money, die. Lesami Adayeba says, God bless Donald Trump, 350 years old. Can you imagine? Who 100 before you see 100 years old go on save, it is very rare. Not to now talk of you collecting money for somebody that is 350 years old or more. Chim Anthony says, America is very corrupt or more. Black say Nigerian leaders they learn from where Americans and they they learn. Adumeta Jaffa says, what an intelligent and wise elderly man. Donald Trump who thinks America first, a good Republican and a technocrat, unlike what we have here in Nigeria. A president who assumed office obsessed in globetrotting and planning to win 2027 election by all means, and nothing for the country Nigeria. It is really well. Trump is really going to try for the people of USA because all this money. Now, wow, Josiah Nwachukwu says, I don't think I was feeling the impact of USAID here with it instead of corruptly enriching pockets, making terrorism unsurmountable. Okay. Prince Harry says, good discovery. Now, very good discovery. Very good discovery. Look at billions of dollars. Can you imagine? Basi Eyo says, why fight people with money meant to save their lives? USAID is made to save and not fight a savior. All this money, it's not going to what they said they are going to use it for. That is Trump's problem. If you can account for what you did with the money they sent to you, then he's going to send more. But if you cannot account for it, so he's not going to give you anything again. You're saying you're going to use this money for this, but you're not using it. Paul Eyin says, imagine, it sounds like Nigeria with where we allocate resources to things we don't know about. Yes, so and trust they will do what the leader. It is well. That's how they allocate things that we don't know in this country too. Bisola Jumoke says, Chai, Nigeria, my people, say as we dey badmouth ourselves only because the negative news you want to read about Nigeria turn out to your own discussion. Well, it's really surprising that Nigeria name is not there. But probably because our own people, they always carry our money outside to the country, drop it in US banks and all of that. So they will think that probably Nigeria has money. But they don't know say we dey suffer. Raphael Chidebere says, Nigeria didn't make this list. I guess something here. Maybe they are afraid of Nigerian politicians. I don't think so. I don't think Trump will be scared of anybody, as they might not give them their return because they are over greedy and fantastically corrupt, or they didn't negotiate well with them because our politicians will be asking for loan share. If not, no deal. That's so, no deal. Hey, it is well. Latif Akande says, see folks fighting themselves just because Nigeria is not among. See yourself, it's only in home chicken and not popular. The respect is there anytime. You think so? Okay. My listeners, over to you. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.